Leslie, and this is Shannon, and we are back for another Try This. This time we are looking at kitchen gadgets.
So Try This is a segment where we discover the Oxford County Library's collections and we try new things. So for this video, we are diving into the kitchen lending library that Oxford County Library has. So what is the kitchen lending library?
That is a great question, Shannon. So the kitchen lending library is a collection of different kitchen gadgets, kitchen tools, as well as some small appliances that you can borrow with your library card.
It's a really great opportunity if there was some sort of gadget or small appliance that you maybe wanted to try out before making the purchase. You can borrow it from Oxford County Library and try it out.
That's right. And we have quite an extensive collection of all sorts of different things.
There is. So you can see the full catalog of the Kitchen Lending Library on our website at www.ocl.net. It's under Services, and it's called Kitchen Library, and you can browse the full collection. There are different sort of cake pans, cookie cutters. We have some bigger appliances. You can see one of the dehydrators here, one of our 3 juicers, and an air fryer. We also have the Instant Pots and bigger things like that, and right down to smaller things like rolling pins, chopsticks, and oven mitts. To use our kitchen gadgets today, we needed all of these ingredients, which were graciously donated by Produce Express.
So Produce Express is located at 454 Innovation Way in Woodstock, and they have so much stuff on their website, fresherproduce.ca. So definitely check them out or give them a call, and they will be able to hook you up with this and so much more.
Leslie actually got me hooked on Produce Express. She was telling me all about it, and I started ordering all of my fresh products. They even have bread and sauce and different things like that. It's not just produce, so definitely give Produce Express a try. Thank you, Produce Express, for donating these lovely ingredients. We're going to dive into some kitchen gadgets and see what we can make out of them. So we are going to begin with trying a dehydrator machine. So this model that we're using is called the Samson Silent Dehydrator, and it does come with the instruction manual, but it also includes a chart of commonly dehydrated foods and what temperature to put them at and then how long it takes. Today we are going to dehydrate, I have an orange. What do you have?
An apple and a banana.
Apple and a banana, okay. So it says we need to set this for all 3 of those at 140 degrees Fahrenheit. And then banana halves need to be soaked in lemon juice, and they take about 12 hours. Apples, 140 degrees, 8 to 10 hours. And oranges, 140 degrees, 6 to 8 hours. So we're anywhere between 6 and 12 hours with these 3.
All right. Well, let's get shopping.
Oxford County Library does have some dehydrating books that you can check out. We have a couple here to show you. So we have a book called Dehydrating at Home, the Dehydrator Bible, and How to Dry Foods. So these are full of recipes and different tips and tricks if you have a dehydrator at home or you're interested in drying food and seeing what you can do with one of these machines. Okay, so we soaked our banana slices in lemon juice for about 5 minutes. We don't have to soak the oranges or the apples. I think the trick probably to dehydrating is to cut them fairly thin though. They will probably still dry out a thicker piece, but I think it probably goes a little bit smoother if they're a little bit thinner. And we're going to try it out.
All right.
So with this model, it has different shelves that you can completely remove. And you just lay out your items there and pop it back in. Okay, so our sliced fruit is inside of our machine. We need to turn it on, and this model automatically sets itself to 10-hour timer, but it has a plus and minus sign. You can adjust the amount of time and the temperature as well. So for all of our fruit that's in right now, it needs 140 degrees Fahrenheit, so I set it to that. So our dehydrator is going to take hours. So we're gonna set it aside and move on to a new gadget. Okay, on to our next kitchen gadget. This is a juicer.
So this is the Cuisinart juice extractor that we have in our catalog. So I think what are we going to juice today, Shannon?
So I have some large nectarines that I'm going to cut up so I don't end up throwing the pit in there. And they're also too big in diameter to fit into the juice machine, so I am going to cut them.
Yes. For the most part, you can throw whole fruits and vegetables into this. Just anything that's in its own skin, like an orange, like a skin that you can't eat, so say a kiwi, then you would have to peel those off first before you put them into the machine. And anything, like Shannon said, with the large pit also has to be taken out first before you put it into the machine. So we have a few great books here while Shannon's cutting up the nectarines. Over here we have the juice truck. This one here is the Ultimate Juice Book, which has got tons of different recipes in it. And then this one here is Super Juicing. So we have lots of different juice and juicing cookbooks, in our collection for you to check out on our website. They may not all be related specifically to a juicer, but there's tons of recipes in there that you can grab those and throw them in here and you've got your juice.
Have you ever juiced anything before?
Honestly, no. I made smoothies in a blender, but I've not ever used a juicer, so this is my first time.
Me too. I've never used a juice machine before, so this is why we try this.
That's right. Okay, are you all ready?
Yep, I have my nectarine here.
Okay, so it says on the front that we are to turn the dial. There's 5 different speeds. So we'll turn it on. I think for nectarines we need speed 1 or 2.
Yeah, a lower speed for a softer sort of fruit.
Yes. So we'll put it on 2 and then we press the middle button to get it started.
And then you just put your pieces, it's a little bit loud, so you just put your pieces. So it did make a fair bit of pulp. The nectarine skin and everything was on it. And the pulp was all caught in this side here. But in the spout side, it made juice.
Yes.
Very nice.
And I know in the instructions it said the top little valve there, you can change that for the flow of juice coming out so you don't get quite as much foam.
Yes, I had it on the largest flow setting, so it did make some foam there. And you cannot run the juicer while the valve is off. So the valve has to be open.
Yes. And then this here will show you
Lovely.
the pulp that's out of that.
Has the strainer there and then all of the blades sitting there. So when you do clean this machine, be very, very careful.
Yes. Now just for fun, I think we're just going to quickly juice an entire apple.
It says you can do it, you don't need to core them or anything, so we're gonna see. That one is small enough to fit in the chamber, I guess. It's a small enough diameter. So let's try it.
Okay, let's turn it on.
You got pushed pretty hard.
There you go.
There you go. The juice is coming out my side. It's still going. Nice. So it totally works.
Apple nectarine juice. There we go.
There you go. Take this out. It's still going to drip a little bit. And there we are.
Fresh juice.
Fresh juice.
Right to your home.
So with any fresh juice that you're making, it's best to drink it right away or within like a 24-hour period because there are no preservatives or anything in it. You don't really want it to go bad or collect any bacteria while it sits. So juice it, drink it right away.
Let's move on to our next kitchen gadget.
Let's clean this machine and try something else. Well, this looks like a fun gadget.
Sure does.
What is it?
This is the Starfrit Spiralizer. So we're gonna spiralize some fruits and vegetables, I think.
So this is the machine that makes those twirly noodles. You can make curly fries, but you can also use it just as a slicing machine to cut things up for salads or different things like that. So in our Kitchen Lending Library catalog, you can find this spiralizer. We also have this small 2-blade hand spiralizer if you wanted to try out just a littler machine.
And there might be a couple more, I think, isn't there? Potentially. Check out our catalog, you'll be able to find them.
Definitely.
So this spiralizer here has 3 different blades. So the blade that we have on here right now is the slicing blade. So it does slice a spiralized slicer type thing.
We're gonna try it.
Yeah, and then this blade here is the fine spiralizing blade. So that's what you would use to make like your really thin noodles. And then the last blade is your medium spiralizing blade. So that's what you would make to make like your curly fries and that sort of thing.
Okay, so what can we put in this one?
This one we can do cucumbers, apples, probably zucchini, that sort of thing. I think, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do a cucumber?
Yeah, let's
and I
try
think
it.
maybe we'll do an apple as well.
I think you need to cut off the ends because your vegetables or whatever you're spiralizing is going to get stuck to this, and then you push it through. So I'm gonna cut a flat end here. What do you have? Go ahead.
An apple. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to cram it on the end there like that.
I don't wanna.
Turn it this way so you can see it coming out. Mr. Cabbage over. And there's a handle here on the side, and then there's this handle here that allows you to turn your fruit or vegetable. There's also a little connector there, so I guess it's as simple as this. Oh, and there are little suction cup feet.
There we go.
All right. So here we have some very thinly sliced apples that you could use for a salad or something if you wanted to. Take that other piece.
You can put the really thin spiralized apple chips into your dehydrator too, and it'll probably take a far less time to make really nice, crispy, thin apple chips.
Smart.
So let's try. Catch
Run away.
I got a cucumber here. Suction cup to the grain. It is really easy to use. Like it's a smooth cut.
Looks good.
Cool. So about half of a cucumber made this long spiralized piece of cucumber.
Yeah.
Really awesome for a salad or a garnish, something fancy like that. It's very long.
Very cool.
Okay. What else can we try here?
So I think we'll try the next blade,
Okay.
which is the fine spiralizing blade. And you have some stuff over there that we can use with that blade. Be very careful. These blades are very sharp. So it just slides back down in there. Make sure it's in.
That's good.
So this one will make really fine noodles. So like your zucchini noodles that a lot of people substitute for pasta. So like if you're a vegetarian or a vegan or something of that sort, or you just really like vegetable noodles, this is perfect.
All right.
Hang on to it.
Try some zucchini noodles.
Oh, very
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Very cool. That's really neat.
I think this is becoming more popular also to make like a noodle substitute.
Yes,
And this is perfect. It works really well.
that works
I've seen them
Awesome.
called zoodles too in certain recipe books, like zucchini noodles. So, wow,
Fantastic.
I'm impressed with how much that is.
That is a lot.
So this amount of zoodles, zucchini noodles, was one regular sized zucchini. So that's pretty good. It made a lot.
At least a whole meal for even 2 people. Date night. Zoodles.
Awesome. Okay. So what else does this blade do?
So we can do carrots, which would be great with our cucumber salad.
Okay. Cut the end off here. Ooh.
This thing is awesome.
Okay, I feel like this is going to be harder to do.
Yeah. It is. Slowly, the little pieces are.
More
There we
like
go.
a shredding.
I think it is a little bit. Nope, it's coming out as a...
Oh yeah. Cool. Whoop.
That's not supposed to happen.
But make sure it stays stuck on there. Oh wow.
That is neat.
Awesome.
That is perfect. Definitely perfect for salads. and
Yes,
stuff.
this would make a lovely decorative dish. Okay, so we cleaned up a little bit from our vegetable spiralizing. This is we're going to the bigger blade.
Yes, so this is the medium spiralizing blade. Again, just slides in there, push it down to lock it in. We're gonna give cabbage a try. See what happens.
Okay.
We've pre-cut a piece of cabbage. Not exactly sure how this is gonna work, but it says that we can do it. Well, that didn't work.
The spiralizer says that you can do a cabbage. I'm sure you can. It was working for a little bit. I think we're doing something wrong. We need to look into more how to use this machine to its fullest ability with a cabbage. So maybe we'll revisit that at a later date.
Let's move on to potatoes.
Yes.
So I say we do a couple more potatoes because we have another appliance that we're going to showcase after that.
Okay, so you spiralize another potato. And I'm going to show you this book here. It's called In Spiralized and Beyond. It is a cookbook all about spiralizing and different things you can do with this type of machine and how to incorporate those into your own recipes. So check that out in our catalog at www.ocl.net. Let's clean up here and move on to our next kitchen gadget.
Perfect. Okay.
On to our next gadget.
So we are going to now try the Philips air fryer. So we've spiralized our potatoes into curly fries. We have soaked them for a half an hour. And now we soak them in water for a half an hour. And now we need to add a half of a tablespoon of oil, cooking oil, and make sure that the spiralized fries are really well coated before we put them into the air fryer.
So I have a couple examples of air fryer books that we have in the Oxford County Library collection here. We have Everyday Easy Air Fryer, 100 Recipes Bursting with Flavor. Air Fryer Perfection. And the Air Fryer Revolution. So I feel like air fryers have gotten very popular in the last couple months. They do make fried, crispy food with a fraction of the oil. So it's really, really hot air circulating inside the machine with just a little bit of oil, like a half tablespoon is what Leslie's doing for our whole basket of fries. And it makes things crispy with using far less oil. You can do a lot of things with the air fryer. You can do, I've seen people do meat in there. You can do baked goods. I've never tried one before, but it is a multi-purpose machine that you can definitely check out from the kitchen library and try it if you're interested in buying it.
Okay. Okay, so I think I have them, for the most part, all evenly coated. So now all we have to do is we pull out this fancy basket right here. And the basket is here inside. We're gonna take our curly fries and we're gonna dump them in.
That looks like a good amount too.
Yeah.
So in the air fryer instructions, it tells you not to overload the basket, so you want that hot air to circulate. So it's really good for small batches. If you're trying to make something larger, you'd probably need to make it in more batches, or maybe this isn't quite the machine that you need for what you're trying to do, but small batches seem to work the best. But we're gonna try it out.
Yeah. Okay. Put it in here like this. And then it's supposed to be set for 350 degrees for homemade fries. So there is instructions that do come with the machine when you do check it out. That gives you the guidelines of how long you're supposed to put stuff in for. So for homemade fries, which we have, it's 350 degrees for, it says 12 to 25 minutes. Now that's for your thicker cut fries. These, because they're thinner curly fries, probably aren't going to need quite as long. So we're going to set the timer here, turn it a bit, for 15 minutes. And then the machine automatically starts up. We do have to shake it halfway through, but we're just going to let it do its thing.
At the halfway mark, we're opening it and shaking them around.
Okay, so the air fryer just dinged to let us know that it was all done. So we're gonna pull out the basket. And look at our crispy fries there. We'll put them onto the plates. And there we have it. Plated crispy fries for you.
Yeah, thank you. So we didn't season these fries at all, but you can definitely season them and add your own twist to things. I feel like the second half of the air fryer, once we shook it, they cooked faster.
Yes, definitely.
So nice and crispy. I'd say that's a success.
I would agree.
All right, our next gadget is a crowd favorite. This is a Betty Crocker pizza maker.
Yes. I love pizza. Who doesn't love pizza?
So this machine, super simple. It only has an on or an off. There's no temperature control or anything like that. And it makes, this one's preheated, it makes roughly a 10-inch pizza. So it can do frozen pizza or homemade.
So we're doing a homemade pizza. We have our pizza dough here and all of our toppings. So we have our crust rolled out already. I believe that we just have to put it in the machine. We put our toppings on and close the lid. And then we just hope for the best.
Sounds
I'm
good.
sure it's going to be great.
I will move your book out of the way here while you assemble. There we go. So this machine is a pizza maker, but you can also do frittatas, omelets, and quesadillas, other fun things like that. We do have some pizza cookbooks in our collection as well. This one's called Pizza on the Grill, 100 plus feisty fire roasted recipes for pizza and more. So pizza and flatbread and things like that, grilled. And then this one's called Artisan Pizza and Flatbread in 5 minutes a day. So you can find both of those and more in our catalog at www.ocl.net.
There.
That's the great part about a homemade pizza or a machine like this. You can put whatever toppings on it that you like. Okay, now we shut the lid.
Close that lid.
Now we wait. Okay, this smells amazing.
It really does.
Let's see how our pizza maker turned out. Woo! Wow, this machine definitely gets hot. That was only about 10 minutes.
I think that
It's
it
bubbling.
is
Oh yeah.
ready. I can do this without making it. Should probably have a spatula or something. It would definitely work better, but we're just working.
We're
with
gonna
what we got.
improvise. Beautiful. Wow. I'm impressed.
Looks great.
So definitely with this machine, keep an eye on what you're making. Because, like we said before, there is no temperature control and there's no timer on it. It just says if it's on or preheating. So keep an eye on what you're making, and then you have a delicious, easy snack. Thank you.
Take a slice.
And our fanciest of plates. Ooh, yeah, it's hot. I lost a pepperoni. That's okay. If you're not making a mess while you're baking and cooking, are you really having fun?
Exactly.
So.
That's our motto.
Okay, so need to let it cool for sure,
We
but
definitely do.
Oh.
Cheese. It's very cheesy.
great. So give the Betty Crocker pizza maker a try in our catalog.
Yes.
Okay, and we are on to our last kitchen gadget of the day, and we couldn't wrap up a kitchen gadget video without doing some desserts.
Exactly. So we are working with a Betty Crocker cupcake maker. So to use the cupcake maker, all you need, the simplest way to do it if you're not doing like homemade cupcakes, is to just get a cake mix box and make it as directed on the back of the box. So we're going to start doing that. I think we have some books that we want to talk about.
Yeah. So we have a lot of dessert cookbooks in our collection, and these are just a couple. So this one's called 2-Bite Cupcakes by Viola Gorin. This one's called Cupcakes, Cupcakes, and More Cupcakes by Lilac German. And then this one is the A Baker's Field Guide to Cupcakes by Dee Dee Wilson. And they have a bunch of different tips in them of how to decorate and use different tools and different ways that you can make cupcakes. This one is a mini cupcake maker, so it's going to make the little tiny cupcakes for us. Nicely done.
Thanks.
Our cake batter is prepared as per the box instructions. So this is almost preheated, and we're going to spray it with nonstick spray. It is a nonstick small appliance, but we are going to still spray it. The recipe says for best use to line the cupcakes with the little mini liners. We don't have any mini liners, so we're just going to spray it and hope for the best. We have made quite a few mini cupcakes using this machine, and we have a batch in there right now. So it makes 7 at a time, kind of an odd amount. But the recipe says that one cake mix from a box will make 60 cupcakes. So it goes a long way when you make minis.
Definitely.
So we have arranged our cupcakes to celebrate. Try this.
So these ones only took about 5 minutes. Like it was 5 minutes each time because we didn't have cupcake liners. This machine gets extremely hot, so you must be very careful. But yeah, it was really quick, really easy, and the cupcakes are really fluffy. Like they are delicious.
I'd say that's a success.
I agree.
Okay, so to check in on our dehydrator, a lot of time has passed.
Hours and
Hours
hours.
and hours. So oranges look pretty good. Oh wow,
Banana chips.
banana chips. So the lemon juice helps them not turn really brown, so that's good. And what else was in there? Apples.
Some apples.
Those turned out really good.
Excellent.
Really crispy apple chips. So these ones were all at the same temperature, but all at different times. So it looks like they turned out really well.
Mm-hmm.
The dehydrator is really cool too because you can dehydrate a whole bunch of stuff. You can dehydrate flours or meat to make jerky. You could do spices and different things like that.
It also has this tray down here that you can make your own fruit leather, so like your own fruit roll-ups.
So we barely scratched the surface with all of these kitchen gadgets, but I think everything that we made was a success.
It was. I agree. And I am full just from being able to snack on all the awesome things that we've made today.
So thank you again to Produce Express for donating all of the beautiful produce and ingredients that we used today.
Yes, and we will remind you once again that you can look for and place holds on all of our books and items you've seen today, www.ocl.net in our catalog. Lots of stuff on there to look. Under our catalog, though, there is a spot for the kitchen library.
Kitchen Lighting Library is under services.
Thank you.
Very impressed and happy we got to dabble in some fun kitchen gadgets today.
Exactly.
Stay connected with Oxford County Library on social media as well. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So our YouTube channel has a bunch of different programming videos. If you missed our very first Try This video, we tried the Instant Pot. And that video is up on our YouTube page as well. So we dabbled in some gadgets here, but if you are interested in the Instant Pot, we have a whole video dedicated just to that.
Exactly. And stay tuned for more Try This.
Thanks for joining us today. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.